That's kind of why I didn't want to make this campaign be the big campaign, because I knew it wouldn't be, given the two agencies that failed to help us do that. So I knew that we couldn't rack up like a massive haul, like $100,000 Kickstarter. But we needed to do something and launch. And what I learned more than anything in this process, if you don't have that ninja Kickstarter team that knows how to do marketing, you can still do it, but you have to do it a bit differently. And the way they call that is it's called serial campaigns. Namely, if you want to raise $100,000, you don't have to raise it in one campaign. You may not be able to. Say you just can't. But what if you have 10 campaigns and each of them raises $10,000, right? That's the serial campaign model. And the much lower goal is much more doable just with your two hands and your team, without having to have like a professional expert come on in from the outside. So I was like, let's just do that. Let's just launch it, just like draw a line in the sand, just pick a date on the map, just make that be the date, launch on the date, just take whatever we can, spend the next month like ramping up that campaign, because usually these campaigns go for 30 days. Spend that 30 days, like rip the Band-Aid off, have a super low amount, fail, like make lots of mistakes, do lots of things you shouldn't do, try and learn what to do better next time, learn how to communicate to the audience, learn how to design a Kickstarter page, learn how to like keep people excited, learn how to drive momentum, like learn about stretch goals, and learn about the psychology of funding, like when people fund, what gets them to fund a little more, what makes them like less interested in funding. And I was like, let's just do it. I think a big problem, not problem, but a big sort of issue for me was to make sure my team was motivated, because they want to see something happen after so many months of work. And it's risky to launch a campaign with your team and then not succeed. That's a big risk in its own right, because then your team gets demoralized, and that's a big risk for you. So I didn't want to get demoralized. I mean, I'd be fine no matter what, but the team had to stay motivated. So we needed to not fail, and we did not have any help. So how do you have no help but also not fail? You have a very low goal, and you just hit it easily, and then you haven't failed. And so we just made a super small, microscopic funding goal, which is $1,000 for this first micro campaign. And we launched. Today's the 18th, and we launched Wednesday, 2 days ago, and we already made the 1,000. And now we have 28 more days to just keep on building the campaign. Like now it's like downhill. Like now we got featured by Kickstarter itself. Kickstarter chose us as one of their featured projects. It's just been amazing trying to navigate this process. Even with that small amount, it's still been tremendously full of pressure. I'm like exhausted, but what an amazing time. And it's $1,000. It's nothing when you're dealing with a company. But more than anything, it's been super good from an experience standpoint. It's been good from a certain morale standpoint. Like the team sees a win, and that's a good thing. So we got a positive out of a campaign that we had no chance of raising lots of money on, which was going to guaranteed produce a demoralized, sad team, and our fans on our platforms would also be demoralized. They're like, oh, they can't even get the money. But we set a very low amount. Our team is super hyped from the outcome. Our audience is like, oh, $1,000 isn't much, but they made it, and we're even at 1,200 now. So like, hey, it's good. So no one's upset. No one is upset, which is very important. Even when like the cards are stacked against you, and like you got no way to sort of to go big. You have no way to go forward, and you have no permission to go back. So we took a little nudge forward, and that was enough to share everybody on, because it was a successful nudge forward. So now that's it. Now we've launched our first campaign. It's always the most difficult thing to do, the first of anything. Now it's just building on that experience. Now we have a lot that gives the team encouragement. Now our audience is super encouraged also. Get them more excited, get them to learn more about the project. Maybe they will, more and more of them will buy into it. Maybe the 1,000 we raised will become more than that if we can continue to sell the project and sell the dream, sell the vision over the next month to our audience. And I'm almost grateful. I am grateful that it wasn't a big campaign. Like, I want to make a mistake with a small set of subscribers and fix it, and have almost no one be upset. And then when the 1,000 people come later, there's nothing to fix. It's already been broken and fixed by that point. So it's an amazing first campaign, this micro campaign, June 2021. And probably we'll do another one. May not be on Kickstarter the second time, just because it's maybe not the best audience for us, but maybe it is, we'll see. Maybe we'll do it on our own website. But a second campaign is coming shortly soon. And then the third and the fourth and fifth and sixth, there's no reason to ever stop having these. And it's just gonna be bigger and better from here.